Do you have a boring attic room wall like this? But would you rather have it be a 4K home theater like this? Well, you have come to the right video, and the perfect projector for the job is the Valerion VisionMaster Pro2, which was very kindly sent to me by Valerion. Now, the VisionMaster Pro2 comes very nicely packaged inside a protective carry case. Inside, we have an accessories box which consists of a branded polishing cloth, the plug adapter, and a remote control made surprisingly of metal. Usually remotes are made of plastic, but this has to be the most luxurious remote control I have ever seen. We also get an instructions manual, and then we get the projector itself, and this thing is heavy. It weighs 15 pounds, which is around 7 kilograms, and it is a very sleek and modern design. It's shaped in a nice square, and it has this metal grille design which is great for dissipating heat. It also has this flap on the back which houses all the ports, and it even has a kickstand at the bottom which you can use to position the projection higher or lower if you so choose. But yeah, the word that comes to mind when I look at this thing is premium. In terms of setup, you plug in your HDMI and HDMI ARC cables into your video and sound systems, as well as the power lead. And the projector comes installed with Google TV. So in essence, you don't need to buy an Amazon Fire Stick or any other kind of streaming box to consume content on this thing. Most of the apps are available out of the box, and if not, you can very easily download them via the Google Play Store. So setting everything up with Google TV is very straightforward and easy. The projector will take you through the setup procedure, and then you will have to sign in to all of your accounts. And then you are dropped straight into Google TV. So, what is the picture quality like with this projector? Well, the VisionMaster Pro 2 is a 4K laser projector, and it has 3000 lumens of brightness. And right off the bat, I was blown away. The picture was so detailed, the colors were so vibrant, and I was so surprised at how good it looked out of the box. Usually with out-of-the-box projectors, you have to do all sorts of calibrations to get a good picture, but that's not the case with the VisionMaster Pro 2. If you are the kind of person who doesn't like fiddling with picture settings or find it too intimidating, then you can feel confident that the color profile is more than good enough out of the box. Now that being said, I personally did change some settings, but not as much as I thought I would. I only ended up changing a handful of settings, and then the picture was exactly the way I wanted it to be. And the VisionMaster Pro 2 has a ton of settings giving you full control over the picture. It also supports HDR10+ and Dolby Vision, so the colors really pop even more than they already do. And this projector has some tricks up its sleeve to further improve the color reproduction. First of all, it has EBL, which stands for Enhanced Black Levels. And the effect that this thing has is absolutely magical. Due to the nature of how projectors work, they usually struggle with producing perfect black levels, but this feature takes the black parts of the image and makes them much darker. And I was skeptical of how good this feature would be at first, but it turns out it is so effective, and it transforms the quality of the picture, especially if you are watching horror movies or any other kind of film that has a lot of dark shadows in its scenes. And then we have dynamic tone mapping, and at first I thought this just added a bit of brightness to the image, but with further testing, I found that it actually balanced the image and stopped it from overexposing the colors in HDR. And by doing this, it actually brings out so much more detail in the scenes, such as these stone pillars right here in Aquaman. And I highly recommend that you keep both enhanced black levels and dynamic tone mapping on, as they massively improve the picture. And with these features enabled, the VisionMaster Pro 2 is able to handle every movie and show that I have thrown at it. Aquaman is my go-to test subject for any TV, monitor or projector, and it's the best I've ever seen it with the VisionMaster Pro 2. The projector really brings out the vibrant colors whilst also maintaining the black levels. And I'm not kidding, there were several shots of Aquaman where it didn't feel like I was looking at a projected image, but like I was watching a huge OLED screen. The same for when I binge-watched Cobra Kai for like the 3rd time. It looked so clear and colorful that it didn't even look like it was a projected image. It looked like I genuinely had a huge screen in my attic room wall. And then when you get to the much darker movies like The Dark Knight, first of all, the projector is IMAX certified, so the IMAX sequences look absolutely stunning. But the enhanced black levels feature really takes over here and really brings up the contrast and those really dark inky blacks. And again, it made for the best viewing experience I have ever had watching this movie. It even looks great with the Batman, which has even darker scenes than The Dark Knight does. And regardless of their color profiles, the VisionMaster Pro 2 handles all of it without breaking a sweat. Now, the key selling point that really piqued my interest with the VisionMaster Pro 2 is that it is a long throw projector that can transform itself into a short throw projector. And it does this with its optical zoom capabilities. This allows you to get a much bigger image even if the room you are using the projector in is not big enough. And because it's an optical zoom and not a digital zoom, it resizes the image without sacrificing any image quality. And if it wasn't for the optical zoom feature, I would not be able to use this projector in my setup. And when you combine that with all of its enhanced picture features, that really makes the VisionMaster Pro 2 one of a kind. And it can project up to a 300-inch image. So if you're afraid that the rooms in your house aren't long enough for a long throw projector, or you have ceilings that are too low for an ultra short throw projector, then the VisionMaster Pro 2 is the perfect projector for you. Now, are there any complaints I have with this projector? Well, I don't really have complaints, but I do think there is definitely room for improvement. First of all, the remote. I like the construction and build quality, and I love that it is backlit, and that it even has Bluetooth as well as IR. But some of the buttons light up and the rest don't. The directional pad made it too easy to accidentally press a diagonal when you want to press left or right, and it had a needlessly long chin, which was very noticeable when it's next to my other remotes. And as amazing as the enhanced black levels feature is, I noticed that it does struggle when lots of bright lights show up on screen at the same time as the dark blacks. And it's at these times where it doesn't find a balance, but rather it massively prioritizes the white levels and raises the brightness of the whole image that the blacks become more grey and they lose most of their deep contrast. Now, I have spoken with Valerion about this, and they are well aware of the issue and are looking into improving it in a software update. So as amazing as the enhanced black levels feature is, I think that it still needs a bit more fine-tuning. And it makes me wonder, the VisionMaster Max, which has not released yet, is supposed to be the successor to the VisionMaster Pro 2, and it has a dynamic iris that is meant to have even better black levels. And I am genuinely curious if that would resolve the black levels issue I am experiencing during scenes like this. And also, as nice as a big screen from a projector is, sometimes when you're watching certain programs like a sitcom or an old cartoon from your childhood, a big screen can seem a bit overkill for more casual entertainment like this. And I like that the projector can account for this as it has the optical zoom feature. So I use the optical zoom to reduce the size of the image, which is very handy, but sadly, there is no way to reposition this image. And for my particular setup, the plug socket that I covered up really gets in the way. So a vertical lens shift feature would come in real handy here for my particular setup, but that is a feature that is also only available on the VisionMaster Max. So those two features would be very helpful for my setup, and this projector doesn't have them. So if those things are a concern to you, then you might want to consider going for the upcoming Max model. And like with all laser projectors, they suffer from laser speckle, and the VisionMaster Pro 2 is no different, so bear that in mind. But honestly, you'll get used to it. I know this because I am very picky when it comes to things like this, so if I can look past it, then I am certain that everyone else can. So aside from that one complaint and the other nitpicks, I can confidently say that this has got to be the best projector I have ever used. The 4K image is super clear and detailed, the colors are wonderful, the black levels are great, so is the dynamic tone mapping, the optical zoom feature is a godsend, and it even supports 3D. 3D on TVs and projectors have long been discontinued, but I liked having 3D as an option, and the VisionMaster Pro 2 kept it, and it works so well. The 3D is very effective, and at first I could see the rainbow effect a lot more, but the more I used it, the more my eyes got used to it, and I don't see the rainbow effect as much anymore. And I really enjoyed watching How to Train Your Dragon in 3D and A Christmas Carol. Both of them worked so incredibly well, and it just made me want to find and test other 3D movies on it. And I will definitely be doing that in the future. Avatar, Coraline, and Kung Fu Panda, here I come. This is a lot better than my previous projector. This is the ViewSonic X10 4K. It's a 4K LED short throw projector, and it was good when I bought it, but all these years later, the picture quality is far inferior to the VisionMaster Pro 2, and it especially suffered with HDR. I mean, look at this. Bright red flares like this in HDR are always super difficult for projectors to handle, and as you can see, it's too much for the projector to handle, whereas the VisionMaster Pro 2 handles it seamlessly. Also, the ViewSonic would always crush the black and whites with non-HDR content. The Pro 2 doesn't, and the Pro 2 also has 3D that works, unlike this thing which supports 3D, but I couldn't get 3D to work on it. But setting up 3D was super easy with the Pro 2. And the Pro 2 has HDMI eARC support, whereas the best the ViewSonic could do was optical audio. Also, this thing would overheat like crazy, to the point that it would actually turn itself off. The VisionMaster Pro 2 on the other hand is so quiet, to the point that the wind noise from the open window was louder than the fan noise on this thing. This is an unbelievably quiet projector, and far superior in every conceivable way. It's even got a far superior build quality, as the ViewSonic is made out of plastics, and the Valerion VisionMaster Pro 2 is made out of metal. So yeah, this thing has served me well, but I can't go back to it anymore. So if you're looking for a great 4K projector, then I can highly recommend the VisionMaster Pro 2. Aside from the two things I mentioned, it ticks every box for me and is my new personal projector that I now use. So I cannot recommend it highly enough, and I am proud to award the VisionMaster Pro 2 a 9 out of 10. I have never given a projector a perfect 10 before, but if the VisionMaster Max fixes those two issues I had, then that might be the first. Let me know if you want to see a review of that projector on the channel in the future, and we'll see what happens. A huge thanks to Valerion for sponsoring the channel and sending me this projector to review. And if you get it on Amazon Prime Day, which is July 8th to the 11th, you can get $600 off of the Valerion VisionMaster Pro 2. And that is a Prime Day only discount, so make sure you get in there before Prime Day is over. In addition to that, Valerion are offering 20% off of all of their projectors during Prime Day. That is their biggest discount ever. Check out their website, which is linked below, and snag yourself a big discount. A big thanks to everyone for watching, and a huge thanks to my patrons for supporting the channel. If you too want to become a patron, then visit the link in the description and you will be granted access to my trailer reactions and Let's Watch series, get early access to my Versus videos, and will also be able to join my private Discord server where we talk all things movies, TV shows, and video games. And we also have regularly scheduled voice chats as well. Last week we talked about Jurassic World Rebirth, and this week we'll be talking about Superman, and a couple weeks from now we'll also be talking about Fantastic Four First Steps. A link to my Patreon is in the description if you want to join the fun. With all that said, thank you very much for watching this video everyone, I really appreciate it, and I will catch all of you very soon. Take care.